This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Very good evening to all of you and welcome to Headlines Now. Now, this is one of the places that offers you the latest, the most critical and the most relevant developments. Developments that impact both you and I as Chennaiites. And to bring to you these developments, our reporters have fanned themselves across the city to bring to you the latest from the point of impact. To start with, gory realities from Anganwadis. As ironic as it may sound, it is a reality. Pratiksha, our reporter, brings us the latest on the condition of these institutions and what the officials have to say in response. Further, in a rare judgment, a city fast-track court sends the culprits from the infamous Ashok Nagar case in the slammer with a life sentence. Our crime reporter Salim tells us why and how the court has come down hard on these convicts. Also, the investigations in the Commonwealth Games building up are treading on murky water. Our sports reporter Natasha gives us an insider's perspective on all of that and a lot more. I'm Ashmit Kumar. Let's take a look at the headlines first. This is not a scene outside the liquor shop, but right outside an Anganwadi. NDTV Hindu brings to you this shocking story.
Regarding the surroundings, there is garbage is there. I asked my people to remove it immediately.
Captain throws a punch at the DMK top brass, dares them to declare their assets. Fast-track courts come down hard on culprits from the Ashok Nagar murder case. All 4 convicts get the slammer for life. NDTV Hindu dons the pink ribbon this month. Join us in raising awareness on breast cancer.
Fear is a myth created by lack of awareness.
The young guns of the country engage in a war of words of what's right and what's wrong in the country.
The new form of democracy, constantly striving to become the ideal democracy which none of us might ever achieve.
Pasanga does Tamil Nadu proud at the National Film Award in Delhi, bags 2 amidst tough competition. And those were some of the developments from in and around your city. For point of impact stories from across the nation, let's look at some national stories. Prasar Bharati gave CWG broadcast rights and cleared payments to SIS. Live dispute doubts over its legal status. Intelligence inputs warn of increase in suicide attacks in Jammu and Kashmir ahead of US President Obama's visit. Addition Solicitor General Indira Jaising takes strong objection to the use of the word keep in yesterday's live-in relationship judgment. Anyone caught napping will not be spared, says Jaipal Reddy. Bureaucrats too will be probed. Now, Anganwadis are no longer the bearers of warm comfort and solace for children, but cold walls offer litting but deplorable conditions and life's harsh realities. This fact was brought to our attention by our reporter Pratiksha, who discovered the gory details. Meanwhile, even as officials pour in with assurances and promises, we ask the question, what's in store for these young souls? Here's Pratiksha with an answer.
Broken glass and a stench of alcohol. This is not the site after a drunken brawl. This is the temple of education for toddlers as young as 2 years to eat, learn and grow. The filth is no stranger to this Anganwadi playground in Chennai's most sought after residential area, Kalakshetra Colony near Thiruvanmiyur. During day, almost 50 children learn to read and write the alphabets. By night, the same compound is second home to the area's antisocial elements who abuse the walls where children are meant to be given overall development. They drink, then throw up. The litter and abuse is what the teachers see first thing every morning.
நைட்டில் வந்து இங்கே எல்லாம் ட்ரிங்க் பண்ணுறாங்க. ட்ரிங்க் பண்ணிட்டு அந்த பாட்டிலெல்லாம் தூள் பண்ணி வச்சுட்டு போயிடுவாங்க. வாமிட் பண்ணுவாங்க. அவங்க சாப்பிட்ற பேப்பர் எல்லாமே இங்கே வாசலில் தான் இருக்கும். காலையில் வந்து பார்த்தா அவ்வளோ அசிங்கமாக இருக்கும். க்ளீன் பண்ணவும் முடியாது. குழந்தைங்களை வந்து வெளியில் விளையாடவே முடியாது. ஃபுல்லாக கிளாஸ் பீஸ் தான் இருக்குது. பத்தாவதுக்கு இந்த ஃப்ளாட்டில் இருக்காங்க பாருங்கள், அவங்கெல்லாம் கண்டதெல்லாம் எடுத்து சந்தில் தான் போடுறாங்க.
Look at the bathroom in one of Tamil Nadu's so-called best maintained Anganwadis. There is no hygiene, no water supply, The broken pipe has remained under repair for months together.
வர பசங்க என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க பைப்பெல்லாம் உடச்சிட்டு போயிடுறாங்க. அதனால பாத்ரூமில் தண்ணி வர மாட்டேங்குது. அதனால பாத்ரூம் க்ளீனாக இல்லை. அதனால் குழந்தைங்க பாத்ரூம்லாம் போனால் தண்ணி இல்லாமல் ரொம்ப கஷ்டமாக இருக்குது.
Several complaints by teachers and parents to the police department have gone in vain. Even the officials at the Integrated Child Development Center, which began Anganwadis 35 years ago, have turned a blind eye.
வெளி பசங்க வந்து இங்கே வந்து சாப்பிட்டு போகிறதுனால அது மாதிரி பண்ணிட்டு நாங்களும் எவ்வளோ சொல்லி பார்த்துட்டோம். இது கேட்குற மாதிரி இல்லை அவங்க.
15 out of 50 children at this Anganwadi center have fallen prey to malaria and dengue. Not surprising with this kind of hygiene and stagnant water turning breeding ground for mosquitoes. There are supposed to be checks by child development officers of the education department. Didn't any officer notice what NDTV Hindu's camera has? Is this what Tamil Nadu has to offer to its toddlers with blank slates around their little necks? When NDTV Hindu approached the Chennai Corporation with these questions, the promises were quick to come.
Motor is not working. I have checked up and that will be done today itself. The motor connection will be given. The water supply arrangement will be done today itself. Moreover, regarding the surroundings, there is garbage is there. I asked my people to remove it immediately.
No, I will definitely take action immediately. It is a Government of India scheme, and under that scheme pattern, there is no provision for watchmen or security guards. But we can make community contribution and can definitely look into it. I can't promise outrightly. And I can inform the local police to do patrolling in that area. And my local officer like CDPO, she will definitely take immediate action.
But these reactions seem to be rather symptomatic. That it took a media report to open their eyes to such negligence is appalling. Will these promises ring true, or are they just empty words to appease the media? We'll only have to wait and watch. In Chennai, Pratiksha Ramkumar for NDTV Hindu.
Right, now we have been tracking that story, and for more on that, let's go across to our reporter Pratiksha, who brought to us this development here. Now Pratiksha, in terms of what is actually due to these children and what is actually expected, what they can actually expect, can you give us some clarity on that?
See Ashmit, as per government guidelines right now, each Anganwadi is supposed to have a very hygienic toilet, enough space for the children to play around, and materials for them to even learn a few things like the numbers and alphabets, and also the midday meal scheme. Now, most Anganwadis in Chennai, at least there are about 1,700 of them in Chennai, and most of them do have the good midday meal scheme. They have enough material for education, and they have decent space inside an enclosed area. But in the Anganwadi that we visited in Tiruvamur and a few others that we saw in Anna Nagar today, the outside area which is supposed to serve as a playground for the children is very dirty, it's very filthy, it's full of debris and garbage, and nobody is bothered to clean it. So you don't really fill in those guidelines, but that is not very clearly mentioned in the government guidelines given to the ICDS too. So that is basically the problem, that that they cannot really be questioned. And today when we did take up the matter to the ICDS, she said that the debris will be clean. Even the Chennai Corporation Assistant Commissioner for the zone has promised to clear all the debris within today. So hopefully that will happen, Ashmit.
All right then, thank you so much Pratiksha for all those updates. Again, pointing out some very critical fact there, that in the lack of watertight government guidelines, it is difficult to put them to task. Moving ahead, the judgment in the terrible Ashok Nagar triple murder case that sent shockwaves across the city has been delivered. It was a strong verdict. It imposed life imprisonment on all 4 accused. All the accused have also been fined 31,000 rupees each. Amongst those murdered was a retired government official, his wife and their maid. They were murdered in November back in 2008.
Today judgment has been delivered in triple murder case, Mr. Saravanan, chairman of Tamil. Actually, there are 4 accused who are charged for different offences, mainly for murder of the 3 persons. They have been convicted under section 302 for 3 counts, and they have been given life imprisonment for 3 counts to run concurrently. And what I could say is regarding the investigation, the police have really done a very good work. They have investigated in the right way and they have arrested the correct, the real culprits in this case.
Now, for more on the proceedings with regard to that case, let's go across to our crime reporter Salim, who's joining us live now. Now, Salim, it's not every day that we see such a judgment. In fact, it's a very rare one of coming out with such harsh terms for the culprits here. Can you tell us more about the case and how it actually formed a premise for the High Court to come out with such a strong verdict?
Ashmit, in fact, the High Court took up the issue seriously, and today the judgment was delivered by the Fast Track Court in the first floor of the Chennai Collector's office. The High Court took up the issue seriously during the month of March this year. The High Court, following the public interest litigation filed by a petitioner saying that the residents of the Ashok Nagar were gripped by fear following 19 murders since November 2008. The High Court strictly told Chennai police to crack the triple murder case within 1 month, or else the case will be transferred to the CBCID, following which the Chennai police arrested 4 people and told that they are connected to the murder and that they claimed to have cracked the murder case. Meanwhile, the prime accused in this case, Satish, who murdered the 3 people with the help of his associates, committed suicide. And the Chennai City Police say that the prime accused Satish in this case murdered these 3 people for gain for the foreign currencies and the jewelries worth over 20 lakh rupees.
Right, Salim. Thank you for again joining us and for again sharing with us those details. Moving ahead, the Tamil Nadu government has now cancelled the licenses issued to firms allegedly involved in the sale of expired drugs. This following a proposal made by the CBCID wing of the state police, which is investigating the case. Director of Drugs Control cancelled the drug licenses of Vasantha Meena Enterprises and Meena Healthcare, whose owner Meenakshi Sundaram is the prime accused in the fake drugs case. Now, spurious and expired drugs were found dumped at the Kodungayur a few months back, following which investigation was handed over to the CBCID. So far, 19 persons, including Meenakshi Sundaram, have been arrested. Coming up, it's time to focus on the color pink now. In other words, breast cancer. What are the myths and how do we identify the cures? We'll bring you all of that on the other side.